What's going on, Pro Cutters? John back with another project. Okay guys, so while you were gone, the curve I had on the back here was a little too tall, so we changed it and we just went with 2 clean straight angles, and now the back is only 20 inches tall from the ground as opposed to 22, which was going to be a little bit too tall for my friend who we're making this for. So now along this top edge, we're going to put on some edge banding. This way it looks like solid wood instead of plywood. And to do that, you cut your edge band to length, and then you get just a normal clothes iron. And you cut your edge band to length a little bit longer than what you need. And then you use your clothes iron to heat up the glue that's on the edge banding. And just heat up the glue and press the edge banding along your workpiece. You want to make sure it's good and hot and it's activating that glue, but of course you don't want to burn the wood. So don't stay in one spot for too long. I think that's pretty good. And now while it's still warm, you take a piece of wood and you're going to apply pressure. You can also use a J roller, but I don't have one, so I'm just using a piece of wood. And you're just applying pressure all the way down your workpiece to make sure the glue is bonded on the entire piece. And then once your glue cools down, how convenient, the company that makes the edge banding also makes an edge band trimming tool. They get you coming and going. And so after your piece has cooled down, which it's getting there, I'm going to let it cool down a little bit more. Also, before you put your edge banding on, you want to make sure that I wiped it down with a microfiber towel. Just make sure there's no sawdust or debris or anything on there. I believe that's good enough. And so you put your tool on there and you squeeze it in. Not super crazy about the way that works. This thing was not cheap. It really kind of works like crap, to be honest. I don't like it. But I don't know that there's an option. That one cut a little bit better. But geez. And then of course, coming down into that corner, just gonna have to do it by hand, I think. There's really no other way to get in here. And so you take your trusty razor knife. Gotta be careful. Real easy to take off too much. Real easy. Cut straight across here. Because when I go to do this edge, yeah, even that tool, it kind of tore this edge up a little bit. I don't know. Will take a little getting used to, I guess. Same with this end. I just cut straight across, and I don't know, I might be off screen right now. So now we'll come and do this side, and again, you cut your edge banding a little bit longer than what you need and lay it on your part. Go ahead, glue her down. That's on there. So now I get my block of wood and make sure I got the whole thing down real good. And now I'm going to come over and do the same on this side. Use our block of wood and make sure the whole thing is pressed down and you got a good tight piece. And then you can take your tool and trim the edge. I'm going to return this tool because, quite frankly, it doesn't work worth the crap. I don't like this thing. There you go. So there's a product review for you. The Sedan Edge Band Trimmer is not ProCut approved. I don't care for it. I'd rather just be careful and use a damn razor blade. You can also use a trim router with a roller bearing on it. That's what we used to use at the cabinet shop when I worked there. Which honestly, that's probably really the best way. I'm going to give this cutter another opportunity here. It's really just subpar, man. It's just not good. Hey, what's going on, Pro Cutters? Back at the furniture build, and let me give you a little walkthrough and show you what I've done while I had the camera off. Alright, so I showed you the last one, we had cut that back down. Well, now I've edge banded all my plywood edges, and so we look like solid lumber now. And I've also added the trim board on the front and on the sides, and that's all edge banded as well, again, so it looks like a solid piece of lumber.